So I recently just did an unboxing overview of the Mr. Men collection, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm more excited about the Little Miss books. As I mentioned in the Mr. Men collection video, if you've seen that one, these books taught me to read. And I wanted to start reviewing them properly and analyze them from a more adult perspective. But also, I'm just a big fan of nostalgia. Nostalgia is the ultimate escape from reality. And as I said, Mr. Men and Little Miss books taught me to read. I owe Roger Hargreaves a lot. And for me, they are beautiful nostalgia. So I thought I'd get the collections. I got them at a bargain price on eBay. They were secondhand. You can see a couple of scuffs and things on this box. It is a very beautiful, kind of heavy box. Really nice actual collection overview. I got it for a bargain price secondhand, but the condition is incredible, at least with the Mr. Men books. I've not properly looked at this collection yet. But I think they retail at about £30 each, which for 48 books, and books that can teach children to read, is not bad at all. I apologise, as I did in the other video, if this camera is a little bit shaky. I am using my phone on a tripod stand, and it's not ideal. I'm trying to work out the best way to do this, but hopefully it won't be too bad. I will try and stop it from shaking as much as I can. So let's have a look. I have lifted the lid on this already, but I haven't taken any of the books out. So this is my first time really diving into this nostalgia. Oh, wow. Okay, I mean, my Little Miss library, I absolutely love it. And as you can see straight away, we have 36 main titles. And then we have these newer special ones. Very excited about Little Miss Birthday. I obviously have never read any of those before. There's no real nostalgia with those, but I'm really keen to see what they do with the characters. So I'm going to take this out to make it easier to get to. What's really interesting, I noticed this when I first unboxed or when I first received them and opened up the lids. There's the same number of books in each boxes, yet the Mr. Men ones fit in really snugly. And the Little Miss ones don't, and they seem to be the same size. So the physics there has slightly baffled me. But never mind. So let's just have a quick look at the characters. If you have a favourite Little Miss character, feel free to let me know which ones you remember most, which ones you love. I feel a little bit nervous. I'm very, very keen to see what kind of memories these trigger. So we start off with Little Miss Bossy. Oops, and then I go and whack the camera and cause a lot of shaking. There we go, steady does it. We have Little Miss Naughty. My cat has a soft toy of Little Miss Naughty, so big fan of Little Miss Naughty here. Little Miss Neat. I will of course do separate videos about each of these. Little Miss Sunshine, who's probably one of the most heavily merchandised Little Miss characters. Little Miss Tiny, a personal childhood favourite because I was always much shorter than everybody, still am. And Little Miss Trouble. We have Little Miss Giggles, Little Miss Helpful, Little Miss Magic. No, I don't particularly remember Little Miss Magic. It rings a tiny bell. Little Miss Shy, however, I do remember. We have Little Miss Splendid. I have vivid memories of this particular story, so I must have read that one quite a lot. Little Miss Twins. I remember that one quite vividly as well because I had twins in my class at school and they dressed up as Little Miss Twins for a World Book Day one year. Little Miss Chatterbox, another heavily merchandised character. And we have Little Miss Dotty. Dotty is definitely an interesting adjective there. Little Miss Late, which once you're over a certain age is not something you want to be. Little Miss Lucky, well, some people want to. Little Miss Scatterbrain, who has no eyes. Little Miss Star, interesting design. I thought she would have maybe been star-shaped because a lot of them visually represent their adjectives. Little Miss Busy. That's definitely more so the case with the Mr. Men books than they are with the Little Miss. Little Miss Quick. Like, there are no speed lines around her or anything to make her look like she's being quick. Little Miss Wise. So some of them definitely aren't as... I remember Little Miss Tidy. I really remember her. Remember her story very well. Little Miss Greedy. I do wish she was the same colour as Mr. Greedy. And that's something I've always had a problem with, even when I was little. Little Miss Fickle. And Little Miss Brainy, who looks like she's wagging her finger, which makes her seem more bossy than Brainy. I definitely feel like the designs of them are not necessarily as good or as accurate as the designs of the Mr. Men, but I have no real issues, of course. Little Miss Stubborn, I take it back. With that one, that is absolutely brilliant. I really like that one. I don't recognise that one very much. The title, yes. The picture, no. Little Miss Curious with her question mark ponytail. See, everything was true. And then I say that they're not really representing their names, and then all of a sudden they're just spot on. Little Miss Fun. A lot of orange Little Miss characters. Again, Little Miss Contrary. Little Miss Somersault. I really remember Little Miss Somersault. Little Miss Scary, who, yeah, definitely looks terrifying. I'll grab the rest of the main ones. We have Little Miss Bad, which I don't remember. To be honest, that looks like one of the adult ones. There are like kind of adult-based Mr. Men books that are not aimed at children. But I do remember Little Miss Whoops. So maybe I've just forgotten Little Miss Bad. Little Miss Princess, I feel like, is a new addition. Part of me wants to say, there we go, written and illustrated by Adam Hargreaves. That's a very easy way to tell if these were from my childhood or not. Little Miss Whoops is by Adam Hargreaves, so maybe not. Maybe I don't. But something tells me this might have been released when William and Kate got married. Or maybe I just saw it a lot around that time. I'm not sure. Little Miss Hugs is definitely a new character. She kind of looks like a kidney bean. I love that. I love the design of her. I think she looks fabulous. Really looking forward to exploring that one. I think Little Miss Inventor as well will be a lot of fun. And then we have these special ones that I'm very keen to see what they're like. So we have Little Miss Sunshine and the Wicked Witch. The Three Little Misses and the Big Bad Wolf. So we have Little Miss Bad, Little Miss Naughty, and the other one, is that Little Miss Fickle? I can't recall, but I'm looking forward to it. And then we have Little Miss Naughty and the Good Fairy. I rather love the design of that one. That's beautiful. Little Miss Stubborn and the Unicorn. I hope you can see these, by the way. My viewfinder's just turned itself off. Liking the design of that one. Little Miss Birthday. Definitely looking forward to that one. Little Miss Lucky and the Naughty Pixies. That's beautiful. Little Miss Splendid and the Princess. Little Miss Princess and the Pea, which I assume is just a retelling of The Princess and the Pea. It's really interesting that it's got Roger Hargreaves' name on the front, when at this point they are written by Adam Hargreaves, who is Roger Hargreaves' son, grandson. I believe it's his son, but feel free to correct me. Little Miss Chatterbox and the Frog Prince. Little Miss Shy and the Fairy Godmother. Ooh. Little Miss Sunshine and the Three Bears, which I'm assuming is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And lastly, Little Miss Trouble and the Mermaid. So they definitely look very exciting. I think they're going to be really interesting. Obviously, there's no direct nostalgia with those for me because I have no recollection of, well, obviously no recollection of those because they weren't in existence when I was younger. But in a way, it's really pleasant to see that these are still so popular, that they're still creating new titles. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to. thanks a lot. It's basically almost an exhaustive list. I can't see what I'm doing because, as I said, my viewfinder has turned itself off, so I can not see top down. There we go. But yeah, I'm really keen to see what those are like, and also the ones where I said I couldn't really remember the characters, to see if the actual stories themselves trigger any specific memories, which I hope is the case, but we'll find out soon enough. But if you have a favourite Little Miss character, do let me know. I'm planning on doing these chronologically, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll start doing that and realise that I want to jump ahead to some of my favourites, some of the ones that I remember most. Well, that didn't work, did it? Come on, in you get. Are you going to behave? There we go. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. There we go, just about. My Little Miss library. As I said, these taught me to read. I have so much love and appreciation for all of these, and I can't wait to explore the new titles. Even as an adult, it's bringing me such excitement. If you grew up with these, do get your hands on some for the nostalgia. If I ever have a child, I will be very happy to let them read these. For me, Little Miss and the Mr. Men books are always going to bring me so many happy memories.